Prey 2022 is a good movie, but also made me feel like the filmmakers think of me as an idiot that can be fed whatever bullshit they'll produce and I'll be fine with it, because I'm too dumb to even notice. And there are 3 reasons why I felt that way. Reason number 1. The Predator is inconsistent with its hunt/honor code.
The code is more what you'd call guidelines than actual rules.
This guy is running away unarmed and gets killed by this insane headshot with a spear. If we read the guidelines in the Predator wiki or whatever, number 4 says equalize the odds. Killing prey when using less equipment is considered a greater prize, and hunters should typically give their prey a fighting chance for honor's sake. If the prey demands close combat, the hunter is to fight to their prey standards, as should minimize use of their plasma caster or other projectile weapons. Well, a spear, when it's thrown, it becomes a projectile, so yeah. The dude has a knife, so he demanded close combat, but died to a bear trap that was thrown at him by the Predator. So again, I would count that as a projectile. He kills Tabe, or whatever his name was, by cheating and using cloaking device after getting pretty much dominated in a fair fight. So again, equalize the odds. Killing prey when using less equipment is considered a greater prize, and hunters should typically give their prey a fighting chance. And number 13 in our rules
Guidelines
is when in a duel with an enemy, one must reveal oneself. So I don't know, he did reveal himself. Is it itself himself? I don't know. It's a male predator, so like he revealed himself, but then he used invisibility again. So, I don't know, did he follow the rules? Does that count? In the Yacha Predator Court of Law, would that hold? I don't know. He kills the unarmed, wounded poacher, trapper, voyageur, or whatever, whoever these guys are, a long moment after the Frenchman was in a fight with the Predator. So they were fighting, the Frenchmen were trying to kill the Predator, but they of course lost and he ran away. He lost his foot and now he's unarmed and weak and the Predator kills him anyways. Point number 1 of the honor code says, for the prey to be worthy, the prey can defend itself and or is able to kill the hunter themselves. Unarmed and or innocent beings may be hunted if they are the specific objective of a hunt. The French, they weren't the specific objective of a hunt. That just doesn't make any sense. Well, okay, but you could say maybe this predator is not as experienced and sometimes breaks the rules. Okay, but then why do we assume that it won't break the rules randomly again and decide to kill the chick that it keeps seeing and that seems to keep causing trouble? Also, now that we're talking about this moment in the movie that you see on screen, it debunks a certain argument I came up with, and maybe some of you came up with too, as to why the predator killed those 2 Frenchmen even though they were unarmed. Well, what if the predator remembers its prey, and so if at first the prey was armed and trying to fight the predator remembers that, and so if you drop your weapon and run, the predator still remembers you as its prey, and that's why it will still kill you if it finds you. But that's clearly not the case, because the predator was chasing Naru right here, clearly wanting to kill her, but the plot armor saved her because she fell into a trap, so couldn't fight back, and the predator spared her. And now the predator meets her again and doesn't kill her. So this argument doesn't work. Reason number 2, stupid, absurd plot armor. Of course, the dam is there to save her. But you know what? Yeah, it's plot armor, but it's pretty cool anyways. She used the dam to, hide from the bear. A little bit of plot armor doesn't hurt, but there's way too much of it, and it's so bullshit. Here, the predator misses a throw from like 2 meters because the dog slightly staggered him, slightly pushed him, but hits this headshot with a spear from an insane distance. So that pathetic dog attack cancelled out the much reduced difficulty due to lower distance of that second throw and caused him to miss. Ridiculous. And while we're at it, so he's running away and he's unarmed, right? And he gets killed immediately before he gets any chance to run away. But when Naru is running away, well, of course she doesn't get beheaded with the spear, and she steps into the trap, which saves her, because of course that happens. Yeah, of course. Of course, these rocks are right there, and the predator gave her the time to move and use these rocks to block the blade, the shield. Yeah, of course, yeah. Reason number 3. Look, it's cool that Naru wants to be a hunter, but she doesn't deserve to be an effective hunter because she is simply too stupid. Like, did she actually expect to kill a big brown bear with a bow and arrow? Are the filmmakers saying that Native Americans were so stupid to try to hunt the bears alone for no reason? No, because it's fucking idiotic and next to impossible. Well, then why is she trying to do it? Any reason other than being dumb? Later, she starts a fight with 5 French dudes alone with just this stupid tomahawk on a string. I'm sorry, bro, but there's absolutely nothing other than plot armor shielding her from certain death. And it's even more offensive to my intellect that she gets herself into these stupid scenarios. The scenarios she gets herself into are so hopeless that it doesn't even matter that she's a woman. I don't care if it was Arnold Schwarzenegger trying to kill a bear with a bow or try to pull a 1v5. It's simply idiotic. And getting back to that tomahawk she uses, we can see her not being able to kill anything by throwing the tomahawk. So she needs more practice. Yeah, she just needs to train more. That's cool. But then she attaches the string to the tomahawk, so she introduces a new variable. So now she's learning to use a different weapon, you know, from the beginning, but somehow the tomahawk just turned into a deadly weapon. Yeah, sure, that's exactly how that works. And so she's dumb, and you know what? That's not a big deal. No one says that the protagonist has to have an IQ of 200 to be an interesting character that I can like and root for, but it feels insulting that they want me to believe that a chick living in a tribe that's pretty much still in the Stone Age could understand exactly how the homing arrows and the laser that the Predator uses work by observing this situation under extreme stress and come up with this absurd plan to defeat the Predator using its own weapon. And now we're on to the grand finale, and I'm about to provide you with the ultimate proof of the writing being absolutely pathetic. Dude, the solution to making the finale much less absurd and much less unbelievable is so simple, I swear the filmmakers had to simply not care to figure it out. Bro, just place the mask with the laser where she sits and waits for the Predator to get in position. So Naru does her superhero jump. I'd estimate she jumped like at least 2.5 times the Predator's height, so like 20 feet. That's absurd bullshit. Goes and sits over there. She grabs the mask that she placed there beforehand, directs the laser away from her at first, waits for the Predator to shoot, and then quickly points the laser at Predator's head. But no, let's simply accept that the Predator falls in the quicksand, the bog, the swamp, or whatever it is, exactly where she needs it to fall. It doesn't move at all, and it uses the arrows even though it knows the accuracy will be horrible because the mask is lost. I mean, bro, like, come on, man. And if you think, oh no, you know, that wouldn't work because the Predator would see Naru holding the mask and figure out what Naru is doing. But no, that wouldn't happen because in the movie, the Predator sees the mask pointing the laser at him and has no idea what's going on and what this means for him. I seriously don't know what the filmmakers were thinking. I don't know what it was, man. Were they lazy? Were they stupid? Did they assume the audience is a bunch of idiots so they won't care what happens in the movie as long as we show them a cool alien slaughtering people? Hard to say. Let me know if any of these things annoyed you too.